Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between the Costa Rican national team versus the Armenian national team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the Costa Rican national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And now we ask you to remain standing for the Armenian national anthem, performed by Avedis Karagavoorian.
Zartonk,
center, number 17, David Shetland. At guard, number 5, Isaac Conejo. And at guard, number 16, Yoshiko Thomas. The head coach for Costa Rica is Joshua Erickson. And now, tonight's starting lineup for your Armenian National Basketball Team. And forward, from USA, standing 6'8", number 35, Zartonk. The man in the middle, standing 6'10", from Armenia, number 34, Avedis And guard, 6'4", out of Nebraska, number 0, Essegian. And guard, from Pepperdine, number 2, Anto Balian. And the captain, standing 6'3", out of Uruguay, number 11, Spight-Mkrtchyan. The head coach for Armenia is Crescenta Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Armenian National Basketball Team.
You are looking live at Crescenta Valley High School, the site of the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic. Armenia and Costa Rica will face off for the second time in 3 days. I'm Anto Balian alongside my broadcast partner Manuk Akopian. Armenia won the first game 86-62 in easy fashion, but tonight, Manuk, something different might be up. We might see a different brand of basketball from both teams.
Yeah, Xando, let's hope the team left their butterflies in Fresno on both sides. I talked to both coaches ahead of the game, and they're looking for a cleaner brand of basketball on both sides. Sub 40 shooting percentage, but let's have Rex Kalamian have a word first.
Kalamian always demanding attention when he has the microphone in his hands. We are seconds away from tip-off. For Armenia, no changes to the starting lineup. Connor Essegian, Anto Balian, Spight-Mkrtchyan, David Khachaturian, and Zach Davitian. For Costa Rica, it's Isaac Conejo, Victor Arias, RJ Muir, David Shedden, and also Yoshiko Thomas now swapping into the starting lineup in place of Carlos Quesada. Manu, this place is about to blow.
Certainly pandemonium in the La Crescenta Valley High School already. The energy is palpable as Armenia wins the tip-off. And just to carry off on the original note I was saying, both coaches want a cleaner brand of basketball in this game after having a sloppy start, but not with Zach Davitian putting in on the first two.
Great start for Armenia. First shot, first make. Easy two for Zach Davitian. Shedden, short corner. Rebound Balian. He's off on the break. And an early turnover for Armenia. Conejo, one of the few bright spots for Costa Rica in that game on Friday. Great defense by Balian. Inside he goes. Blocked by Thomas.
Conejo picks up the ball. He's the veteran of the team. Has 10 years of experience in the Costa Rica national program. And I caught up with Coach Josh Erickson. He said he's the leader on this team and look for a better game from him tonight.
Nice finish by Arias.
Caneo led the team in the first game with 12 points, 4 of 6 shooting. So we have a tie game, 2-2.
Khachaturian on top of the key, surveying. Finds Davitian, lets it go. Air ball to Costa Rica.
And that just goes as an extension of the first game too. Both sides were getting good looks at the basket, but they were just not executing and finishing. Both teams had sub 40 shooting percentages. Lots of turnovers, combined 35 turnovers as well.
Conejo leaves it short. Essegian finds Spight-Mkrtchyan. The foul on the floor. Apologies, foul was going up. Spight-Mkrtchyan to the free throw line to shoot 2. Manu, free throw shooting was not a bright spot for either of these teams in the first game.
No, not at all. Armenia, 60% at the charity stripe, 20 out of 33. And Costa Rica, an abysmal 11 of 28 for 39%. So both sides have to clean up the free throws in order to make this a more competitive and balanced game.
Spight-Mkrtchyan off to a good start, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Muir finds Thomas. Good defense by Essegian. He's off on the break. Got Khachaturian. And Spight-Mkrtchyan gets it done.
The razzle-dazzle had a hiccup, but it still hit the end goal. Armenia up 6-2.
Conejo on a nice find. Shedden working on Khachaturian and one. And Manu, Coach Rex Kalamian told us Shedden was a guy to watch out for on this Costa Rica team. He got it done from outside in the first game, getting it done inside tonight.
Absolutely, and Coach Erickson said they need to play a physical, rough brand of basketball. They're not a run and gun team like Armenia. Out of their 24 field goals, only 3 were three-pointers, so look for an inside game from Costa Rica in this one.
Great contrast from both teams. One side trying to get up 3 balls, the other side trying to work it inside. Essegian now. Back in Spight-Mkrtchyan's hands. Dancing on Muir. 10 on the shot clock. Inside. Finds Davitian. Davitian reverse finish.
Certainly a stronger start in this one, Zando. After the first game, I think both squads have found their groove here so far through the first quarter.
Conejo into traffic. And Thomas, careless turnover. He's got Spight on the break. Get your cameras out. Balian throws it down.
And Anto Balian, what a great story. Earlier today, graduating from high school at Alex Pilibos here in Los Angeles, and tomorrow moving in to Pepperdine to begin his college basketball career.
Able to squeeze in an international friendly for Armenia in between. Shedden, second bucket of the game. (10-7) Armenia leads. 6:25 left in the first frame. Balian fights Davitian, corner. Thought about it. Balian launches. Balian good for 3. Six-point Armenian lead now.
After scoring just 13 points in the first period in the last game, they got 13 through 4, Zando.
Corner, Thomas. Rebound, Khachaturian. You are definitely right, Manuk. Armenia looks much more comfortable here at Crescenta Valley High School tonight. Balian on Conejo, the rookie on the young gun. And Balian draws a foul.
In our pregame chat, Coach Kalamian said he wants Armenia to play fast, fun, and free. He said if they stick to that, we'll get some aesthetically pleasing basketball. Looking for better ball movement, making the free throws, and just play more relaxed.
Manuk, so far they're checking all those boxes. Couple transition scores, good ball movement, and at the free throw line they're 2 for 2 so far.
And we haven't even seen the microwave Artem Tavalakyan yet, who scored 6 3-pointers off the bench in the first game, so look out for him.
He was sensational in Fresno. A huge boost to an Armenia team that was struggling to find some offense. Balian good on his first and catches in on the second. In for Armenia, Yura Malikian switching out for David Khachaturian. Artem Tavalakyan also checking in.
And if Malikian looks a little unrecognizable from the last time we saw him in the summer series, rightfully so. He's lost 30 pounds, he's grown a beard, he's playing travel ball in Kazakhstan, so future's looking bright for him right now as well.
Malikian
one of the
maturing
homegrown
in front of
players
our
for
eyes.
Armenia.
Quesada on Tavalakyan, the veteran, the 39-year-old for Costa Rica, finds Arias. Mid-range jumper, rebound to Balian. He now leads the break. Malikian rolls, Balian loses it. Costa Rica in transition, Arias finds Muir.
Great defensive play by Essegian, known as a scorer, but gets the defensive stop right there.
And Monuk, we almost got one of those aesthetically pleasing plays. Spight-Mkrtchyan looking for Balian on the lob, a little too high for him. Daniel Kirakosian in now for Armenia as Balian checks out. And Monuk, he was great on Friday. May not have showed up a lot in the stat sheet, but he was hounding on defense like he is right now. Nice flick shot from Quesada.
And it just goes to show you how much Coach Kalamian believes in Khachaturian by bringing him in so early. Excuse me, Kirakosian.
Tavalakyan flood pass to the corner, Kirakosian now. Corner, Tavalakyan. Can't keep it up from Fresno, but there's Kirakosian with the rebound. He tries. He hits!
And ladies and gentlemen, those are the first points for Daniel Kirakosian for the Armenian National Basketball Team.
Armenia now jumping out to a 9-point lead, 6 minutes in. Conyejo, basket and a foul. And Manu, Coach Josh Erickson said they're not a 3-point shooting team, but they still could get 3 points the hard way.
They're proving so far. 18-11, Armenia up by 7. Nice frenetic pace to get this one kicked off here in Southern California. I asked Coach Kalamian, you guys won by 24. Would you prefer another blowout or a close game? He said, I want a competitive game, and I think he's getting one so far.
Conyejo to convert the 3-point play. Manuk, much better free throw shooting from both sides. Turnovers have seemed to be cleaned up 6 minutes in. And Conyejo a little too physical there. He and Coach Josh Erickson not happy about that call.
And a little bit of the continuation of the rough basketball that we saw in game one. A combined 46 fouls in that one. And I think it just goes to show you that some of the players might be a step too slow.
We also saw a little bit of an altercation towards the end of the game with Essegian trying to score with the clock running out. Tavalakyan steps up, ball back to Costa Rica. And when we asked Essegian about that, he said he hopes it carries over. A little bit of animosity between these two teams.
That's what international play is all about. A lot of pride is on the line.
Oh, and it'll be an offensive foul on Quesada. And Quesada struggled to keep it clean on Friday. 5 fouls and he was out of the game. And now Victor Arias not happy.
Like you mentioned, Quesada fouled out. 5 fouls in 11 minutes. Was only 1 of 5 from the floor, so really wasn't able to contribute.
Inside, Malikian has the corner. Kirakosian knocks down his second triple of the game.
Kirakosian playing the role of Tavalakyan in the first game. He's the microwave here tonight. 2 3-pointers already in the first.
And Manu, Coach Rex said it, the young guns are coming. Now Kirakosian with the steal. Finds the trailing Spight-Mkrtchyan. Tavalakyan back to Kirakosian. In and out. Rebound Tavalakyan. Shot clock at 12. Tavalakyan! Another three for Armenia.
Armenia firing on all cylinders, forcing coach Josh Erickson to call a timeout. Armenia up double digits, has them doubled 24-12 here in the first quarter with 2:46 to go.
Sensational start for this Armenia team. Already 11 more points than they scored in that first quarter in Fresno. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Academy USA. Based in Glendale, California, Academy USA is a community where young athletes train, develop their skills, and build confidence. Also, a shout out to Tatarian and Caribbean Law. Tatarian and Caribbean Inc. empowers Armenian businesses to grow, save on taxes, and scale through expert financial and M&A strategy. Thank you to Tatarian and Caribbean. Manuk, we're just over or just under 3 minutes left in this quarter. What's jumped out at you so far?
Armenia operating on all cylinders. 8 out of 12 from the floor, 4 out of 7 from 3, 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. Couldn't ask for a better start. I think you're getting contributions from all kinds of players right now. You got Daniel Kirakosyan with 6, Anto Balian with 7, and Tavitian and Spight-Mkrtchyan with 4 apiece. So all around great basketball for Armenia so far, but credit to Costa Rica as well too. David Shedden leading the way with 5 points.
Couple subs in for Costa Rica. Malcolm Ledford, number 9, in for the first time, as well as number 7, Stephen McDonald. McDonald, one of those guys that struggled mightily from the free throw line in that first game. Only 2 for 7. And now a foul in the backcourt on Kirakosyan, getting a little too handsy. And Manuk, we saw this in Fresno on Friday. A little too much physical basketball led to both teams being in the bonus. Thomas now. Quesada drives inside and one. That's now the third and one Costa Rica's drawn in this first quarter. Quesada, the veteran, giving some instructions to Thomas as he goes to the free throw line for the first time. And now for Armenia, number 6, Avedis Karagavoorian. And Manuk, we asked Coach Rex about a potential small ball lineup, and he's going to it early in the game.
So far, so good. You know, there's only 2 true centers on the team with Khachaturian and Melikian. Tavitian plays long too, but he's more of a behind the arc kind of guy.
Armenia opting for a little more speed and quickness as Quesada converts the three-point play. Kirakosyan now with the keys to the offense. Tavalakyan tries a backdoor instead. Kirakosyan 3, rebound goes to Costa Rica. Thomas trying to find Quesada. Instead it's McDonald. Shot clock at 8. Inside. McDonald, jump hook, good. That's a big basket for Costa Rica there, Manu, just settling down and getting a nice easy score.
Yeah, Costa Rica, 5 unanswered points, cutting the lead to 7.
Rebound back to
Karagavoorian
Armenia.
in the game as well.
And he steps through the lane, can't finish. Rebound Quesada. Costa Rica pushing on the break. Ledford inside, finishes over Tavalakyan. And just like that, it's a 5-point Armenia lead with under a minute and a half to
7-0
go.
run now for Costa Rica. They're playing their brand of basketball, sticking to the game plan. As you see, everything inside the three-point line, just as they drew it up.
Good ball fake by Tavalakyan. And an offensive foul now called on him.
Momentum swinging towards Costa Rica here as we end the first period with 1:14 to go. Can Armenia stop the bleeding before they lose the lead?
And Manu, credit to Coach Josh Erickson. Ever since that timeout, whatever he told them is working. Costa Rica cutting into this lead and seem to be playing with more of a flow and more of a pace.
And Coach Erickson, he was a longtime coach for the Costa Rican national team, serving as an interim coach right now. Costa Rica's in the middle of their professional league back home. A lot of their A players are not here today in Southern California. Coach Erickson said only half of the roster was able to make it.
Quesada now with the smaller Karagavoorian. Inside, draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line again. And Costa Rica doing a good job playing physical how Coach Erickson wanted them. A lot of back to the basket stuff.
Costa Rica certainly has size. Armenia, the speed advantage. We'll see what gives first.
Quesada didn't step to the free throw line on Friday. Today, this is his second trip, 2 for 2 so far.
And that run and gun style that you saw from Armenia probably gassed Costa Rica a little bit, which was a perfectly placed timeout on their side. And they've run 8 unanswered points so far.
Split at the charity stripe for Quesada. Karagavoorian brings. Under a minute to go in the first quarter here at Crescenta Valley High School. And it'll be called on Ledford as he's drawing to his coach saying, I didn't foul. Armenia now in the bonus, so Essegian will go to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus with 46.5.
Just another lazy off-ball foul from Costa Rica. We saw a lot of that in game one.
Essegian good on his first. And Manu, they're just trying to establish that physicality, kind of show him not to go through the lane. They're going to check him, and the ref's not letting it go easy.
Well, they're certainly playing a physical brand of basketball. They're trying to establish the pace of the game. They're going to have to counter Essegian, saying some roughhouse tactics there, complaining to the referee.
I think someone went low on him as they were trying to box out on the free throw. Thomas, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Goes inside, and another foul called on Armenia. Karagavoorian not helping with his full body, arm tackling him, and Costa Rica back to the charity stripe.
Essegian, the star player from Nebraska, having a word with the referee, explaining his side of the situation. Essegian, the sharpshooter, averaged 10.7 points in his junior season, heading into his senior season now at Nebraska after playing the first 2 years at Wisconsin. 21-year-old signed with Priority Sports, and I asked him what kind of a role he envisions for himself if that NBA call ever comes, and he says he thinks he could play a J.J. Redick-like role if that opportunity ever comes, and one that he's working for.
Definitely has the quick stroke like him as Tavalakyan fires a three. No good. Karagavoorian saves it, but it goes right to Mario Gonzalez.
Another sloppy foul from Armenia. These are starting to pile up.
And
foul trouble, certainly something to keep an eye on as well.
And Thomas back to the free throw line. Costa Rica chance to make it a one-possession game with 8.8 seconds left in the first. Started off slow, but found some footing and finally getting something going. A lot from the free throw line. Thomas pure on his first. Converts both, and now Armenia only with a 2-point lead. And Thomas getting all the way up on Karagavoorian. He beats him. 4 seconds, 3. Tavalakyan gets it up. No good. Rebound Costa Rica, and we're through one quarter here at Crescenta Valley High School. Armenia boasting a 26-24 lead.
And Costa Rica ending the period on a 12-2 run. Momentum all on the side of the Central American country.
Thank you to PNC Bank. At PNC Commercial Bank, we are dedicated to empowering communities and businesses with tailored financial solutions. And also a shout out to Devana Law. Devana Law Firm is proud to support Armenia basketball and our local community. As a personal injury firm based in Los Angeles, we're committed to fighting for justice and making meaningful impact, both inside and outside the courtroom. Manu, 10 minutes in, we definitely are seeing cleaner and better basketball from both teams.
Certainly, and it's still physical on both sides. You would hope both teams clean that up.
Ten minutes into the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic, Armenia up 26-24. But Manu, Costa Rica not going away early.
Not at all. 8 out of the 9 players on the roster scored there in the first period. 8 out of 14 from the line. They cleaned up the free throw shooting as well. 8 out of 9 from the charity stripe. And 2 players from Armenia already in foul trouble. Avedis Karagavoorian and Daniel Kirakosyan, 2 fouls apiece. So certainly some limited minutes might be coming for them here in the second.
And Kirakosyan, one to watch. 2 early three-pointers to give Armenia a boost. Ball out of bounds for Costa Rica. Into Gonzalez. Quesada, no good. That's Costa Rica's second three-point attempt of the game.
Connor Essegian still hasn't had a field goal attempt. Let's see if he fires one off on this possession.
Tavalakyan finds Davidian in the corner. Letford rebounds. Thomas brings.
And again, that half-court basketball Costa Rica's playing. They only shot 1 three-pointer in the first period compared to 11 by Armenia. They have no issues going 2 points at a time. They've evened this one out, 26-26. They're on a 14-2 run.
Quesada has been great for this Costa Rica team after playing limited minutes with foul trouble in the first game. Davidian, nice cut for the deuce.
Great dish by Melikian. Big man with the handles. Would have made Jokic proud with that one.
Wearing the number 15 too, like Nikola Jokic. Quesada finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez driving out of bounds. Back to Armenia. And Spight-Mkrtchyan checking back in for this Armenia team as Tavalakyan gets a break. As well as RJ Muir coming in and Malcolm Letford subbing out. Essegian with the keys to the offense. Finds Balian. Balian calling for an action. Driving right past Gonzalez. And he gets a layup to go. Manu, he told us he missed too many gimmies in that first game. He's come different in this second one.
Absolutely. The high school graduate playing with a newfound sense of motivation. Like we mentioned, headed to Pepperdine, but making waves for Team Armenia in the interim.
Almost coming up with a steal there too, as a couple more subs back in for Costa Rica. David Shedden and Victor Arias. Essegian almost coming up with a steal. Ball will stay on the baseline for Costa Rica. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Anto Balian leading the way for Armenia with 9 points so far on 3 out of 4 shooting. Little miscommunication here. Ball not being able to be inbounds for some reason.
A lot of physicality going on before this inbound play. Foul to be whistled on someone. And now a whistle before the ball comes in. It'll be on Essegian.
And there we have it. After the third stoppage in that sequence, Essegian gets called for the foul. Things getting a little chippy here.
Arias inside. Gets the better of Essegian there. Here comes Balian. Arias right up on him. Balian loses it off his foot. Arias playing inspired basketball right now, Manu.
Certainly wearing his emotions on his sleeve there. Costa Rica fired up in this one after putting up a stinker in game one. Armenia has a fight on their hands in this one here tonight.
Crescenta turns it right back over to Armenia as Spight-Mkrtchyan calling for someone to help him get the ball in.
And it's incredible to believe that at the age of 30, Spight-Mkrtchyan is the elder statesman of the team. The longtime team captain has been a part of two small nations country championships with Armenia, looking to continue the momentum here in his 30s.
Balian sets up for a charge, called for a block.
Balian gets called for the block.
And
Free
Manu,
throws coming up for Costa Rica, and they could tie the game here at 30 if they sink both.
it's funny, that possession just kind of makes you laugh at international basketball. Crescenta, the veteran for this Costa Rica team, 39 years old. Balian, not even 18 years old, stepping up, taking that charge. Called a block, but you love to see it. Crescenta 2 for 3 so far at the charity stripe today. Gets the first to go. And Manu, if you saw this team, this Costa Rica team today, you wouldn't think they were an abysmal sub 40% free throw shooting team on Friday.
And let's not forget, Costa Rica is better than Armenia in the standings, ranked 74th, Armenia 91. But certainly both of these teams are playing better than their ranking show here in this one.
Tavalakyan turns it over. Shedden finds Crescenta. Thomas to bring. And Balian, eyes on the screen. Thomas, quick drive. Rebound goes to Armenia.
Great
Out
job
on the
closing
break.
in by Armenia there to save the easy two.
Spight-Mkrtchyan with Muir on him. Goes to Tavalakyan. Ball still loose. Balian taps it up. And it'll stay with Armenia.
A great hustle play, and Essegian still hasn't got off a shot. Won't be able to there, but draws the foul.
Just a 1 point Armenia lead Nearly 4 minutes into this second quarter. And it's been a while since we've seen Isaac Conejo for Costa Rica, and he's been one of the few bright spots out of these two games for him.
Yes, certainly Josh Erickson said he wants to get a lot of run for his guys.
Balian 4 on the shot clock, finds Tavalakyan, and he draws a foul. And you can see Coach Josh Erickson trying to get David Shedden to calm down a little excited after that call, a little angry with the call, but you know, you got to keep your emotions in check. It's a long game. We still have 25 minutes left to go.
Emotions certainly running high in this one. Tavalakyan short on the first one.
For 2 from the line
Misses
for Armenia.
In a close game like this, free throws will prove to be costly if they're not being drained later in the game. We'll see how this one turns out.
Arias driving, finds Shedden. And Costa Rica hits their first 3 of the game, and that's the guy they want doing it, David Shedden. Timeout call by Armenia, 5:35 left to go in the first half. Costa Rica taking their first lead, 32-30. Thank you to Henry's House of Coffee. Henry's House of Coffee offers a wide selection of freshly ground and whole bean coffee. Enjoy your morning with Henry's House of Coffee. Scan the QR code to visit the website and use code ArmeniaBeatball for 10% off. Thank you to Trinity Company. Trinity Company is a vertically integrated organization with a complete year-round portfolio. As a grower, packer, shipper, we feature fruit of every season, complete with sales logistics to make Trinity Company your full-service partner. Nearly halfway through the second quarter here at Crescenta Valley High School. Armenia trailing for the first time, 32-30. And Manu, for Costa Rica, it's really been their 2 OGs. Carlos Quesada, the 39-year-old, and David Shedden, the 30-year-old, leading the way. Quesada with 9 and Shedden with 8.
And Shedden just drained a 3 to put Costa Rica up by 2, forcing Coach Kalabian to call a timeout. Shedden hit 2 3-pointers in the last game. Costa Rica had only 3 in total. Again, that is not their brand of basketball. And let's see how the second half of this second period unfolds with Armenia down by 2. Surprisingly, Spight-Mkrtchyan with only 1 shot so far. Essegian still hasn't gotten one off. The core players have been quiet through the first 15 minutes of this game.
Balian, your leading scorer for Armenia with 9 points. And Manuk, another interesting thing to know, Costa Rica 3 3-point attempts to Armenia's 14 early on.
On the Armenian side, shouldering the offense is Balian with 9. Zach Tavalakyan and Daniel Kirakosyan have 6 apiece, but Kirakosyan's been on the bench due to foul trouble. And Tavalakyan can't find that touch from the first game. It looks like we have an and 1 from Spight-Mkrtchyan.
Right on cue, Spight-Mkrtchyan's second shot or second make of the game. He'll go to the free throw line as Isaac Conejo coming back in for Costa Rica, and that's a huge basket for Armenia after trailing for the first time of the game.
And speaking of Kirakosyan, here he is checking back into the game with 2 fouls, but contributed early as well too, with 2 big 3-pointers that helped Armenia get to a 12-point lead early on.
Game stays even. Spight-Mkrtchyan misses the free throw.
And that's 3 straight misses off the charity stripe for Armenia after starting 6 for 6.
Shedden can't get Spight-Mkrtchyan with the ball fake. Goes inside.
It looks like Shedden pushed off there, but it's Armenia who gets called for the foul.
And that's one of those that could go either way, Manuk. That'll be Spight-Mkrtchyan's first foul of the game. Both teams with 3 fouls with under 5 minutes to go. Konyeho working on Kirikosian. To Arias, gets Spight-Mkrtchyan on the switch. Arias steps back. 2-pointer knocks, oh, no good. Spight-Mkrtchyan 3-pointer. Shedden boards. Gets it up front, Konyeho. Easy finish.
Khachaturian with the defensive miscue there. Konyeho just ran around him and drained the easy bucket.
Armenia looking to answer. Spight-Mkrtchyan 3. Yes!
The release didn't look pretty and a bit forced, but the important thing is it counts.
Huge.
3 points for Armenia there.
Armenia back with the 1-point lead. Shedden offense. Phil Khachaturian with the steal. Tavalakyan on the break. Finds Spight-Mkrtchyan one more time. Why not? Let it fly.
Back-to-back threes for the team captain. Brings Armenia back up by 4, 38-34, with 3:35 to go.
Thank you to Todos para de Salud. Their mission is to provide accessible, high quality, and compassionate healthcare to undeserved individuals and families in our community, regardless of their ability to pay. They are committed to promoting health equity, preventing illness, and fostering wellness through culturally responsive education and advocacy. .335 to go in the first half here at Crescenta Valley High School. Armenia with a 4-point lead over Costa Rica. And Manuk, when Armenia's needed it the most, the captain, Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan, has started turning it on.
10 points here in the second period. Now the team leader with 12 points. Firing on all cylinders, 4 out of 5 from the field. Also leads the team with 3 assists, so the captain firing on all fronts here for Armenia.
Here comes Konyeho. Leffer trying to find Shedden. Khachaturian, good job denying. Into him it goes. Shedden, jump hook, off back iron. Rebound Armenia. Spight-Mkrtchyan, first player in this game in double figures. And a foul called on Muir. That'll be the 4th team foul on Costa Rica, so Armenia will be in the bonus the rest of this first half. 14 on the shot clock. Karagavoorian. Essegian still yet to put up a shot as Spight-Mkrtchyan trying to get the offense going. Pass too high for the 6'10" David Khachaturian.
Spight-Mkrtchyan certainly has the attention of Costa Rica by now. The team collapsing on him on defense. Unforced error.
And Costa Rica has been trying to make Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan play in a crowd these past 2 games. As you should, get the ball out of his hands at all costs. Stagger screen for Costa Rica. Arias catch. Finds McDonald. McDonald shoveling his feet too much and a travel called. Good defense by Khachaturian.
Khachaturian starting to play a better defense at this point. Has started to disrupt things in the paint after giving up the easy bucket to Conejo earlier in the period.
Arias handsy on defense, no foul. Spight-Mkrtchyan can't convert. Costa Rica chance to make it a 1-possession game. Left foot to Muir. Muir met at the rim by Khachaturian.
Khachaturian again disrupting plays, and there's Essegian's first shot of the game, and it's not good.
And the crowd all rising at the same time as Essegian launches his first 3.
Essegian has certainly turned into a fan favorite in 3 short years. Only playing in the summer series so far. His 6th game for Armenia. And the future's looking bright for him. He said playing for Armenia has given him a great chance to connect with his heritage. Obviously, everyone's coming from different backgrounds, different experiences. And he wants to be a key cog and a contributor for years to come. And what's also great about the team we're seeing here for this year's summer series, these are all Armenian players, no naturalized players as we've seen in previous years. And everyone's a carryover from last year's team, except for Kirakosyan and Xavier Kalisian, who we've not seen yet check into the game.
And Coach Rex said, gonna try to get Kalisian some more burn today. Conejo's 2nd trip of the game to the free throw line. 2 of 2 so far. Misses, but gets his own rebound.
You don't see that often. A near air ball and a miss.
And
getting it back on your own.
And at least 2 more points for Costa Rica as they make it a 1-point game. And Monuk, we saw it right in front of us. Spight-Mkrtchyan complaining about Conejo getting the call that he didn't get on the opposite end.
Not surprised. This game will be physical until it ends. And certainly a better brand of basketball on both sides here through 2.
Spight-Mkrtchyan, great defense by Arias. But he's called for the foul, and that's Spight-Mkrtchyan's 2nd and 1 on a jumper today. And Monuk, Spight-Mkrtchyan's been great at doing that against his Costa Rica team, drawing fouls on jump shots.
Spight-Mkrtchyan on fire here in the 2nd period. His 12th point alone here in the 2nd period.
Shouldering the load on offense. Minute 15 left to go on the first half.
Spight-Mkrtchyan has 13 of the 15 points here for Armenia in the 2nd period, and they've needed every one of them, with Armenia only up 2 now.
Leaning on their best players when they need them the most. Conejo the other end with the 2. Spight-Mkrtchyan. Back iron, rebound Lefford. Costa Rica chance to tie. Arias does just that. All even at 41. Armenia chance for a 2-for-1. Essegian working on Lefford. 10 on the shot clock. Double comes his way. Tavalakyan inside. Tavalakyan lays it up. Can't get it to go. And Costa Rica chance to take the lead. Lefford missed. And now Armenia a chance for the last shot. 6 to go in the half. Spight-Mkrtchyan finds Tavalakyan corner. And just a careless foul by Conejo. Manu tried shoulder checking him, fouls Tavalakyan, and now you give up 2 free throws to end the half.
Yeah, not a good look for Costa Rica. Just giving away points here if Tavalakyan sinks the free throws. 1.7 left. Tavalakyan didn't have a shot there in the corner and got bailed out with the foul.
Armenia back with the lead. .7 left on the clock in the first half. Knocks down both. Quick pass. Thomas, full court heave. Short. And that'll do us through 2 quarters of play. Armenia boasting a 43-41 lead as we head into halftime here at Crescenta Valley High School. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes left to go here in Crescenta Valley. Armenia boasting a 2-point lead over Costa Rica halfway through this game. Manuk, what's jumped out at you so far today?
Right now, it's been an all-around game from Costa Rica. Several contributors, the key cogs on the team. David Shed and Isaac Coneo, 8 points apiece. Carlos Caseta, 9 points. So, all-around game from Costa Rica so far. They're shooting above 50% from the field, 10 out of 13 from the line. On the Armenia side, it was all Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan, one-sided offensive onslaught for Armenia in the second period. They need more contribution. Spight-Mkrtchyan bailed them out on his own in the second period. That can't continue in the second half. Armenia 15 points off of turnovers, while Costa Rica has 3. What about you, Zando? What were your keys there in the first half?
On the flip end, Costa Rica doing exactly what Coach Josh Erickson said. Kind of play physical, back down. 24 points in the paint to Armenia's 12. I'd like to take this time to reintroduce myself. I'm Zando Arzamanian alongside Manu Akopian here on Zartonk Media for the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic between Armenia and Costa Rica. Armenia at this point, Manuk, in the first game was starting to pull away. They were up 8 at halftime in that first game. They were starting to take a big lead, and this is really in the third quarter where they opened it up. It'll be interesting to see how Costa Rica comes out of the halftime gates to answer Armenia.
Yeah, certainly the second game has been playing on a different script, and it's been a welcome sight so far here through 2 periods. I expect a fantastic second half, a fantastic finish. Just like we saw with Ireland last year, I think this one might come down to the wire.
Here comes Armenia. And Tavalakyan starting the second half over Khachaturian. Balian finds Tavalakyan in the corner, wide open. Gets it to go!
That's 9 points now for Zach Tavalakyan, tied with Anto Balian for second on the team lead.
Shedden loses inside. Essegian now pushing the break. Only 1 shot attempt in the first half. Finds Balian inside Tavalakyan. No good. Gets his own rebound. Essegian way downtown. Ball loose. Arias comes up with it. Armenia 6 offensive rebounds to Costa Rica's 3. Arias missed. Spight-Mkrtchyan finds Balian. Knifing inside for 2 points.
Balian with the tough shot, contested off his offhand. Nice scoop. Lead immediately up to 7.
Balian now in double figures. Mirror working on Spight-Mkrtchyan. Spinning. Thomas wide open. No good. Rebound to Essegian. Costa Rica's 5th 3 of the game. No good. Essegian inside and flicks it in for his first field goal. And an early timeout in the second half for Costa Rica. Minute 38 into the game. Armenia ballooning their lead up to 9.
7 unanswered points. Armenia coming out strong out of the gates.
And this is what we expected out of Armenia, Manu. Coach Rex said it. Fast, fun, and free. So far in the second half, it's been all 3 of those things.
Perhaps David Khachaturian, the tallest player on the team. That substitution was certainly a welcome sight here, scoring 7 points in less than a minute and a half for Armenia.
Balian told us he needed to be better at everything in this second game. Scoring-wise, he's been much more efficient. 11 points on 4 of 6 from the field.
And what a day he'll remember for the rest of his life. Earlier today, graduating high school, coming into the gym with his cap and gown. and now wearing the colors of Armenia. Represented his school well for 4 years, and now representing his nation well for the foreseeable future.
And
Balian coming off a 32-point average off of his senior season, had 29 as a junior, 27 as a sophomore. He's been a consistent scorer, and that's what Armenia's looking for him.
Costa Rica ball trying to halt a 7-0 Armenia run to start the second half. Conejo, the maestro of the offense. Tavalakyan out on Arias. Handoff, shot clock under 10 at 7. Shedden with the smaller Balian on him, wants it. 3 on the shot clock. 2, Shedden, gotta get it up. And a blocking foul called. Shedden will score the basket and head to the free throw line. Chance for a 3-point play. Manuk long possession, but it resulted in points.
Costa Rica taking advantage of the size discrepancy. The smallest player for Armenia down in the post against the biggest player for Costa Rica.
Shedden, the first player for Costa Rica into double figures with 10 now, and it took them all 24
Shedden
seconds to score
just
that
using
last
his
one.
size to bully Balian.
$11 points now for Shedden as Armenia up 6. Seems like there's some confusion by the officials. I think they forgot it was and one, Manuk. They did. Armenia up 6. Here comes Spight-Mkrtchyan. Goes inside. Essegian still can't hit his first 3. Tavalakyan hedging off the screen, leaves Conejo wide open, short. Tavalakyan brings it down. Oh, backdoor, Balian goes up, and the ball goes in. And that's been working really well for Armenia today, Manuk, that backdoor cut.
13 now for Balian.
Arias inside, nice step through. Can't finish with Tavalakyan. Tavalakyan other end. Tavalakyan hit one from there earlier in the quarter, and that's his second 3-pointer of the game.
Tavalakyan now with 12. Armenia with 3 players in double figures. 55-44 here. Shedden with the 3. Trying to show he has inside-outside game. Not there.
Spight-Mkrtchyan spinning on your corner. Rebound, Spight-Mkrtchyan. Oh, pretty pass, but Tavalakyan can't finish. Costa Rica down by 11 now. Biggest Armenia lead of the game. Conejo, nice layup. Armenia still going with their small ball lineup. Essegian inside. He may not be able to score from outside, but that's his second bucket of the half.
Essegian usually sets out the 3-point line, taking that one inside. Not afraid to get physical.
Into Arias, jump hook, answer. Balian full court pass, a little too strong. And that's exactly what Costa Rica wants. Turnovers, chances to cut into this deficit.
Balian looking for the touchdown pass, but threw that one in the back of the end zone. Good thing Pepperdine doesn't have a football team.
Two big men in for both teams. Carlos Quesada for Costa Rica. Yura Malikian in for Armenia. Conejo to the corner. Letford. The foul will be on Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan. That'll be his second personal foul. Conejo will be the trigger man on the inbound. Into Arias. Trying to find Ledford. He's got Essegian on him. Arias no good. Malikian strong rebound. Spight-Mkrtchyan now yelling instructions for the offense. Takes Malikian's screen. Corner. Balian jab. Three. Yes! Another three for Balian as Arias rushes down the court and scores a quick bucket and stares back at Essegian. Armenia up 10. Tavalakyan finds Essegian. Step back three. Knocks it down! And you can't stop him from making threes for that long. Essegian, one of the best shooters in the Big Ten. Conejo finds Muir. Can't answer. Gets his own rebound. Muir back inside. And one!
And as Armenia work towards gaining the biggest lead of the game at 13, now can get cut to 10 here. Costa Rica trying to not let this one get out of hand as Karagavoorian checks back in. Karagavoorian will look to stay out of foul trouble. Has 3 fouls, but was a key contributor in the first period with 2 3-pointers.
And you said it, he played that Tavalakyan role that Artem played in the first half. A microwave off the bench, just some instant offense. Muir cuts the lead to 10 as Yoshiko Thomas checks in for him. Six minutes into this second half, Armenia leading 63-53. Karagavoorian gets the screen from Essegian. Arias on the switch. And Essegian, back-to-back three-pointers for Connor Essegian.
Armenia feeling it here in the third period, firing threes with no regard, but they're going in, which is all that matters for them.
Essegian now in double figures as Arias, quick response.
Coach Kalamia will trade 3 for 2 on every possession if he could.
Armenia looking to extend this 11-point lead. Malikian, Essegian, and one! The crowd going berserk as Essegian hits his third consecutive three-pointer, and this one just so happens to be an and one.
Armenia scorching hot here in the third period. That's 26 points in the frame alone.
Manu, we were wondering at halftime, when will Essegian get this three-point shooting going? It did not take him very long in the second half.
He got off to a slow start, didn't even have a chance to shoot the ball, and here he is in the third period, firing on fire. And now we have Xavier Kalisian in the game for the first time, the 17-year-old product, Armenian based in Canada, still in high school, looking to make a contribution to this team.
Thomas inside. Can't halt this Armenia run. Essegian too slow on the rebound. Casada. Nice layup as he finishes over Tavalakyan. Manu, 4 Armenia players now in double figures. Tavalakyan, Balian, Spight-Mkrtchyan, and Essegian.
And just like Spight-Mkrtchyan, we got Tavalakyan joining the party. Just like Spight-Mkrtchyan carried the team in the second period, it's been all Tavalakyan and Essegian here in the third.
Tavalakyan, first three-pointer of the game after knocking down 6 in Fresno.
And of course the contributions of Balian, who's on the bench right now.
Essegian,
Well-deserved break.
drawing another foul. And this is what we saw on Friday night. Armenia using their pace, knocking down threes, trading threes for twos, and Essegian just showing off the speed, getting off to the break and drawing a foul. Essegian 3 for 3 from the charity stripe so far. Continues his perfect night from the free throw line. Short on the second, Conejo with the rebound. Armenia, biggest lead of the game at 17. Conejo instantly getting into the paint. Essegian nearly stealing it. Baseline out of bounds for Costa Rica. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
And Essegian now with a team high 17 points, just on fire here in the third period, has helped Armenia balloon the lead to 17 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third period. Anto Balian right behind him with 16, Spight-Mkrtchyan with 15, and Davitian with 12. So 4 players in double figures for Armenia already.
McDonald now with the and one. Donald working his way inside and bullying for 2 points. McDonald did struggle in that first game from the free throw line, going only 2 for 7.
And just going back to Essegian, just like Spight-Mkrtchyan had 15 points in the second period, Essegian has 15 in the third.
Essegian
looking for more.
Heat check by him, but great rebound by Kalisian. Kirikosian now finds Tavalakyan, 9 on the shot clock. Left for deflection, Essegian gets it back. He's got to get it up. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Tavalakyan, cutting for the deuce.
Essegian pointing to his eyes, saying he has the goggles. He sees everything. Armenia up 16.
Essegian doing it all in the second half. Tavalakyan on the break. Gets hit in the head as he goes up. He'll go to the free throw line. Almost crashing into our DJ for the game, Manuk.
And Tavalakyan, I think, was anticipating the contact the entire time. Had his given a look the entire time, and he got the contact. And to bring the lead up to 18 if he sinks 2.
Essegian receiving a lot of ovation from the crowd sitting behind the Armenia bench, as he should, scoring 15 points in this third quarter. Tavalakyan good on the first. Less than a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter of the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic. Armenia now with an 18-point lead. Ledford with Kalisian on him. McDonald over to Vitian, nice bank. Spight-Mkrtchyan now with it. To the corner, Tavalakyan. That was a 2, no good, hustling after the ball. Gonzalez winds up with it. Conejo, other end, Quesada. Driving, Quesada laying it up and in.
The left working wonders for all the Costa Ricans today. That is more than a handful already. They're making off the offhand as they bring the lead to 14 now for Armenia.
And Carlos Quesada making the most of the smaller lineup by Armenia, pulling his way inside for that left-handed finish. 42 seconds left in the third quarter here in Crescenta Valley High School. Armenia's three-point attack leading to them extending this lead, Manuk.
Armenia with 13 three-point field goals out of 26, so half of their shots have been made behind the arc. In comparison, Costa Rica has 25 made field goals and just one of them have been threes, so a big difference maker is all the shots they're making behind the arc, just as Coach Kalamian planned.
Costa Rica dominating inside with a 42-22 lead, scoring inside the paint. But as we were talking about, Manu, the three-pointers, 3 points are worth more than 2. If you're going to hit 13 three-pointers to 1 for Costa Rica, it will reflect on the score.
I didn't major in math, but I concur.
Spight-Mkrtchyan finding Kalisian. Three-pointer off. Tavalakyan, great hustle. Tavalakyan, ball fake. 10 on the shot clock. Tavalakyan thought about it. Finds Spight-Mkrtchyan, lob. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Armenia. $18.9 on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock here in the third quarter. Spight-Mkrtchyan inbounds to Tavalakyan. Kalisian driving and drawing a foul. The youngster not scared at all to go inside against a veteran Costa Rica team. Kalisian's first free throw attempts for the Armenian national team.
And Kalisian officially joins the scoring party. That's his first point of the game.
And it really has been a party in this third quarter, Manu. Essegian, you mentioned the 15 points he had, and that's been all the difference in this third quarter. Cañejo, nice move, corner. And Costa Rica finally making their second three-pointer of the game. 2 seconds left now in the quarter. Spight one leg. A little too much on it. That'll do us through three, Manuk. Armenia up 80-67 as we have 10 minutes left to go here. We are back here at Crescenta Valley High School with 10 minutes left to go in the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic. Armenia up 13 points heading into this final frame. Manuk, what does Costa Rica have to do in this final quarter to make a push?
Well, first things first, they can't let Armenia break the box score again with 37 Thankfully for them, they fired back with 26 of their own, but they still got outscored by 11 there in the third period, ballooning the lead to 13. They need to start fast, and there it is. Lead officially down to 10, and we'll see how this one goes.
Isaac Cubero subbing in for the first time today and knocking down a three. The third three-pointer made for Costa Rica compared to Armenia's 13.
And that one was banked in. And as we know, the bank is closed on Sundays, so Costa Rica certainly getting lucky with some of their looks, but at the end of the day, they're making them.
Very deep three from Tavalakyan, no good. Costa Rica on the break, looking to cut into this lead, make it single digits. Mirror, erratic shot, no good. The 5 in for Armenia: Spight-Mkrtchyan, Albert Tatavosian, Artem Tavalakyan, Zach Tavitian, and Xavier Kalisian. For Costa Rica, as Spight-Mkrtchyan spin no good, it'll be Isaac Canello, RJ Muir, Carlos Casada, Isaac Cubero, and David Shore and Stephen McDonald. Corner Cubero, short, and Spight-Mkrtchyan other end of the floor inside. Casada, great job staying vertical, but defense does not matter for Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan. Armenia back up 12. Canello, nice head fake. Muir, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, McDonald. McDonald gets his own rebound. McDonald still can't finish. Tavalakyan brings it down.
Great defense there by Armenia, stuffing the second chance efforts. Kalisian, pump fake.
Kalisian gets it to go. Same spot he hit his first three-pointer in Fresno from. Now with another one, extending Armenia's lead to 15. McDonald loses it, and it'll be a foul on Tavitian. And Manuk, a lot of physicality and a lot of chirping going on right now. Spight-Mkrtchyan not happy with Costa Rica. Kalisian subbing out after some great minutes. Kirakosian back in, as well as Yura Malikian. Tavalakyan coming out. Coach Josh Erickson now with some words for Andre Spight-Mkrtchyan. Eight minutes to go. Armenia up 15. Canello with the inbound. Canello inside. Too many steps. Ball back to Armenia. Kirakosian pulling the strings for the offense. Inside Malikian. Backing down Gonzalez. Malikian. Great job to draw the foul. Malikian now to the free throw line for the first time. Malikian only one trip to the free throw line on Friday night in Fresno, going 0 for 2. Carries over as he's now 0 for 3 in these two games against Costa Rica. Empty trip, not what you want to see for Armenia. Costa Rica, backdoor left open for them as Canello turns it over. Spight-Mkrtchyan drives. Spight-Mkrtchyan throws it up high and throws it in.
Armenia virtually playing from up front this game. Costa Rica's only had a lead for 46 seconds. And the way this one is going, it doesn't look like they're going to have a lead by the final buzzer.
Tavitian Basket and a foul for Zach Tavalakyan.
What a breakout game for Tavalakyan.
He was quiet in that first game with only 4 points, but today he's really come alive, Manu.
Yeah, he sure has. After only 4 points in the first game, 14 here through.
Just about 3 minutes gone in the final quarter here at Crescenta Valley High School. Armenia, biggest lead of the game, 19. Chance to make it 20 with Zach Tavalakyan going to the free throw line. Tavalakyan now with 14 points in this game. And Manu, the scoring has really come from a lot of different places for Armenia today.
Absolutely, Zando. Spight-Mkrtchyan now leading the team with 19, 7 out of 12 shooting. Right behind him, Essegian with that fury. Third period now has 17 in the game. Anto Balian with 16. Zach Tavalakyan with 14. And after both teams shot below 40% in the first game, they're both shooting 50% here tonight.
Referees warning Armenia and Costa Rica. A little bit too much jawing going on. Victor Arias inside. And now a travel called on Costa Rica, and Manuk is starting to get away from this Costa Rica team. Spight-Mkrtchyan bringing it up. Malikian trying to work on Shedden. Oh, nice behind the back pass by Malikian. And he'll get called for the over the back foul. A little too aggressive there. Canyejo brings Balian back in defending. Driving, Canyejo, corner, Thomas, spinning. Gonzalez lays it up and in. Tavalakyan wide open for three. And a foul called on the floor. It'll be on Canyejo. It'll be Armenia basketball inbounding in front of their bench. Tavalakyan finds Tavalakyan. That's a two. Rebound Costa Rica. Monuk, you have to think Costa Rica's got to make a run soon if they want to come back into this.
Well, they can't be giving the possession away like that, and Shedden haven't given the referee a earful here. Not pleased whatsoever. And if Costa Rica is going to make any kind of run to make this a game, it has to start now.
Kalisian back in the game for Armenia. Spight-Mkrtchyan, pull up. Rebound Costa Rica. Canyejo trying to pick up the pace. Casada. Offensive foul! And a technical foul now called on Isaac Canyejo. And Manuk, the refs have let a lot of things go today with the chirping. They warned the teams not too long ago, and now he gets a technical foul, Isaac Canyejo.
Yeah, the game has reached a point where the referees also can't let it get out of hand. Costa Rica visibly upset, frustrated with how the tide suddenly turned in this game. And again, that breakout third period, 63 combined points in that one. But Armenia, with 37, outscored them by 11. And Costa Rica hasn't been able to get off the canvas ever since.
Spight-Mkrtchyan missing the one-shot technical. Essegian back in the game. Balian, top of the key. Right pass left foot. Xavier Kalisian from the corner. Boom! Xavier Kalisian with his second three-pointer of the game.
Lead up to a game-high 20 for Armenia.
And quickly the other way, Shedden drawing a foul. And that'll be number 5 on Malikian. He heads to the bench. Avedis Karagavoorian in for him. 5 minutes left to go. Here in Los Angeles, Armenia up by 20 points. And I'll tell you what, David Shedden has very quickly become a villain here at Crescenta Valley High School, getting boos from all over the crowd.
Showing a lot of body language, a lot of displeasure here in the fourth period. Certainly going to have to deal with the elements as he shoots these 2 free throws.
And Manuk, you love to hear the crowd still being so engaged, up by 19 points. And I think you and I continue to be impressed and just shocked at how the diaspora shows out every single year and supports this Armenia team.
Absolutely, this is the 3rd year in a row. The first summer series against France was a great wake-up call to see the litmus test of where this team is at and where it could go. And last year, 2 fantastic wins against Guatemala and Ireland as Tavalakyan continues the offensive onslaught. Armenia up 21.
Tavalakyan knocking down a 3 and doing another head nod like he was all Friday night. Essegian slips, Thomas with it. Shedden, 3. No good. Rebound to Essegian. Essegian trying to get around Casada. Left open. Surprised he didn't shoot it. Instead, Tavalakyan takes it. Ball out of bounds. It looks like it'll be off the foot of Letford, so it will stay with Armenia.
Great hustle play by Karagavoorian. Tipped it. Looked for a second chance. Aggressive Costa Rican knocks it out of bounds.
12 on the shot clock. Balian from deep. Four minutes left here. Shedden working on Karagavoorian. Arias back into the game for Costa Rica. Inbound to Arias, Karagavoorian on him. And Karagavoorian getting too aggressive, call for a foul. Thomas with it. Thomas driving. Two defenders in the area. Can't finish. Arias with the offensive board. Tavalakyan whistled for a foul. Karagavoorian in, Essegian out. That will likely be the last time you see Essegian playing in the Los Angeles International Basketball Classic here in 2025. And what a performance by him. Arias good on both free throws, lead below 20 now with under 4 minutes to go. Ball out of bounds, it will stay with Armenia. Oh, and a little careless by Armenia. Backcourt violation. Thomas brings. Thomas inside. Karagavoorian fouls him. Thomas finishes. Mario Gonzalez back in. Karagavoorian called for his 4th foul of the game. And Costa Rica won't have to be anything short of perfect if they want to make a comeback here. Thomas, good on the free throw. 16-point Armenia lead now. Arias with a steal. Costa Rica not going away easily, and Karagavoorian called for a blocking foul.
Back-to-back turnovers there for Armenia. Costa Rica looking to close in, lead down to 16 now for Armenia.
Karagavoorian, his 5th foul.
And that's Karagavoorian's 5th, fouled out. Arias goes to the line.
Let's see who they're going to bring in to replace him. Looks like it'll be Tavalakyan. And Manuk, you mentioned it earlier. He was having such a great start to this game, but foul trouble really hindered Karagavoorian from showing us what he really has to bring to the table.
Yeah, I couldn't really play valuable minutes, but contributed early on in the game, which kept the pressure on Costa Rica. And obviously all those points are valuable towards the end. Those early contributions definitely playing a part. Karagavoorian's first 2 games for Armenia. Great weekend for him.
Arias able to split the 2 free throws, lead down to 15 now.
And if you're Armenia, you really want a bucket here to stop the momentum and the scoring drought, but it's not going to come. Costa Rica pushing the pressure, 3-on-2 and 1.
Yoshikawa Thomas cutting even more into this lead. And Manuk, this one is not over just yet.
Not at all.
Seems like Armenia letting their foot off the gas a little bit here towards the end of the game.
And they're stopping the clock. They're stopping the clock, letting Costa Rica get the points off the free throws, and they're shooting much better off the charity stripe in this game than the first one. And now the lead is down to 12 with 2:52 to go.
And as we look at the bench, Spight-Mkrtchyan and Essegian both not getting up as Karagavoorian bullies his way inside for his first bucket. Arias driving. Tavalakyan. Muir for three, short. Rebound Arias. Over Tavalakyan, too strong, but a foul called. And again, Manu, Costa Rica, chance to put up some points and to stop the clock. And this will allow them to get back on defense and have everything set.
But their Achilles heel is that they don't have three-point shooters. So how are they going to close the game and close the lead? A 14-point deficit with 2.5 to go. The blueprint just does not seem to be there right now for Costa Rica. They're putting a valiant effort to end this one, but they're going to have to go on a scoreless run, Armenia, to blow this one.
Arias 0 for 2 from the free throw line, but Tavalakyan called for a foul. Quesada to the free throw line again, since they're in the bonus, Costa Rica, that is. And Manu just unforced. Spight-Mkrtchyan and Essegian still on the bench for Armenia.
And if Coach Kalamian could have his way, he'll keep those star players on the bench as the second unit ends this one out. Anto Balian and Zach Tavalakyan, the only starters out there on the floor.
And a foul very far from the basket will send Armenia to the free throw line. And this is the complete opposite of what you want to do if you're Costa Rica trying to come back into a game. Foul a guy 50 feet from the basket and give them 2 shots at the free throw line. Big spot for the young gun Kalisian, the 17-year-old, knocking down his first free throw, not letting the moment faze him. Costa Rica trying to push the pace in the half court. Tavalakyan, good defense. Arias winds up with it, and it rolls around and rolls in. (99-87) Armenia lead. 2 minutes left to go. Tavalakyan, he gets the friendly roll on the other end, and he's fired up. Arias tries to throw it down. Muir can't come up with, or can't follow it up.
And if you're Armenia, you want to kill clock right here. Hold the ball, drain the possession all the way down to the final seconds. But Tavalakyan says no.
Tavalakyan was looking for the dagger. 1.5 minutes left to go. 14-point game. And Costa Rica taking a little bit too much time here. And another turnover
and
for
that
Costa
should
Rica.
do it, Zando.
Tavalakyan. No good. Costa Rica rebound. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll be Costa Rica's possession under their own basket. Gonzalez, 3. Yes!
Lead down to 11. And again, if you're Armenia, you want to kill the clock as much as you can here.
Karagavoorian, other ideas, going a little too quick there. Ball back to Costa Rica.
Can we see a crazy comeback from Costa Rica? Down 11, but chipping away.
Yoshikel Thomas headed to the free throw line to cut into this double-digit deficit. Thomas no good on the first. And barring a miracle, Manuk, I think this one's all said and done.
As a late great Chick Hearn would say, this game's in the refrigerator, Zando.
Back to Armenia, 15-second differential on the shot and game clocks. Here comes Balian. He received a diploma today and looking for a win in a basketball game. Corner. Tavalakyan to Kalisian. Balian inside. And he's going to send the fans home happy with one more basket. .2 left to go. Armenia up 13. And all they have to do now is dribble out the clock. This crowd beyond fired up for the Armenian men's national team as they go 2-0 here in California against Costa Rica. 103-90 win for Armenia. Manuk, what do you have to take away from this game?
What a tremendous all-around performance from Armenia. They worked out the kinks from the first game, came out guns blazing here in the second. Credit to the coaching staff for having the team prepared, and credit to the team for answering the call and beating a tough and greedy Costa Rica team that was ranked 74th in the world, 17 spots better than them. And now Armenia is running a 4-game winning streak here in the summer series, unbeaten in their last 4 games. Beat Guatemala and Ireland last year in a thriller, and back-to-back games against Costa Rica this weekend. One of the games being in Fresno, returning to Southern California for this one. And the Federation has big plans to bring the game around the country to other big markets with an Armenian contingency. So the future's certainly looking bright for Armenia basketball.
Great showing from both teams. Thank you to Costa Rica for flying over here and making this all possible. Thank you to all of our sponsors. But most importantly, thank you to the team. Thank you to the men on the Armenian national team. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you, Manuk, for being here with me for a 3rd year. Thank you to the fans watching at home, and thank you to the fans that came here to Crescenta Valley High School to give a huge boost to this team. For Manuk Akopian, I'm Zando Arzamanian signing off for the Armenia men's national team here on Zartonk Media. Thank you, and come back next year for more Armenia basketball.